interestingly enough, I grew up so I'm the youngest of 3 kids. I got 2 older brothers, and grew up in the sporting culture from a really young age. So my oldest brother, Stephen, played for Hawthorn for a few years,
Yes.
and Williamstown for a few. Dad's in the Hawks Hall of Fame, and, Pop played some tennis. And
Now, just so people out there, who's your grandpa?
My grandfather is Frank Sedgman, and he won, I think 22, whatever.
Yeah, so he's sort of a big name in tennis.
He was good, yeah.
So people know, yeah.
He could play a bit. That's what we.
Yeah, that's right.
He could play a bit.
He can play. He can play a bit, and as Scott knows, I did not get any sporting ability, so I lost it there. But I actually feel a bit uncomfortable saying this to you two, but I actually grew up hating the sporting culture.
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy it at all, and that was for numerous reasons, but I found the culture very sexist, racist, homophobic, and my middle brother, Brent, is gay, and growing up with him and seeing the parallel universes and experiences of 2 equally very talented sportsmen, also had a very different experience, particularly male team dominated sport. So Brent just completely excluded himself from team sports at a really young age. And the more I've gotten into it and research, my background is 6 years of psychology and what have you, the amount of people that belong to the or identify with the LGBTIQ plus community, that's unfortunately not uncommon. A lot of people leave sport because they don't feel welcome or included. And I'll just never forget when my brother told my dad, and my dad just absolutely started bawling. And Brent was apologising for being gay, which was just equally as horrible. And the reason why I'd share this story is because Dad turned around and said, Brent, I'm not crying because you're gay. I'm crying because I didn't know, and I could have helped this entire time. And Dad very much explored his history of behaviour, which was 100% homophobic, whether it was intentional or not. And so I created Stand Up when I was 27. I'm 34 next year, and we are very much about challenging homophobic and transphobic language and behaviour in male team-dominated sports. We recently just finished a massive research piece with Monash University. We trained up 3 beautiful AFL players, Bob, Jordan Roughhead, Tom Campbell and Jaden Hunt, and we delivered these pieces into community sports to make people aware of how detrimental certain language and behaviour can be to people who don't identify as straight. And we all have a responsibility to make sport and life a really inclusive space for absolutely everyone. And we got our research piece back, and the programs have been deemed really successful, which is really, really exciting, because I know everyone can be passionate about certain things, but unless we are making a genuine difference in action and behaviour and language, I can't sleep at night. So it's making a difference, and hopefully once we can start speaking to football clubs again and get into sports, we will continue the programs and hopefully make a big difference.
Well, that's